Hello, everybody. It's Potato Player again, and I'm finally back with some marble races. You know, the ones I used to do all the time a few years ago. Ah, who am I kidding? So, been a while, and I don't really know what else to say. The best I can say is we're racing country/territories again. Anyways, go ahead and take a look at the list. Pick your favorite country/territory, and we can get started on Heaven Punisher by Mr. Pants Ultimate Lagware. Alright, there's the list. Now let's go to Heaven Punisher by Mr. Pants Ultimate Lagware. Like I said. And here we are on Heaven Punisher, made by Mr. Pants Ultimate Lagware. If you remember from my previous Marble World racing videos, Mr. Pants Ultimate Lagware was one of my most used, or at least in the case, made most of the marble runs that I used, at least. I liked his marble races a lot. In fact, I still really like them. They're very cool. You should check them out. Anyways, details about this map. Best I can say is it contains a lot of funnels, I guess, which can trip up the race. But we're gonna see how well that these funnels trip up the races. Because 3 laps right now, and yes, I'm racing the country/territories as the pink and white marble, to reference Toadette, which is my YouTube PFP. Anyways, onto the race. Currently in the lead is not Kazakhstan because it was not one of the first ones to get in the portal. It was actually Denmark who was entering this giant funnel section that I have no idea about. But it loses its first place to Ecuador. But there's also a shortcut here, and marbles can get well in first place if they get it, like Greenland over here. Apparently it wasn't enough to get them in first place. It turns out Taiwan is actually the current leader. Never mind, Ecuador is still the current leader. Exiting the funnels, off into the split path, there you are. Ecuador seems to be nailing these spinners. It's kind of going to be a bit of a struggle for the marbles to catch up there. But, I mean, of course, it's just the first lap, so once again, anything can happen. Ecuador is leaving this split path here into another funnel. Apparently, I'm not really that familiar with the track, sorry. Anyways, it seems like Ecuador lost its first place, and now Thailand is exiting this looping in first place. Anyways, you like this part? It seems to be some sort of split path. I don't really know which routes are faster, but what even. Anyways, it looks like we have a new first place, Australia. Remember, this one got robbed before from winning by South Africa in like that one Castle Chaos video. But anyways, it seems like it's not in the lead right now, as the real leading marble right here is Thailand. It gets the shortcut, is probably going to get a good lead from that. Into the funnel. Pretty, I guess quick. Oh. Hey. Oh wait, no, it lost its first place to Somalia. An African country, by the way. Also, yes, I, forgot to say I did label the countries after which continent they are. For instance, Australia is Oceania, and Thailand is Asia. Anyways, Thailand seems to be exiting this lap in first place right now, but not with the fastest lap from the first lap, because Somalia passed by the finish line first, into the giant funnel section, into the split path. Seems to have tripped things up or at least not, because Thailand is still in first place, making a good lead there. That's a pretty good splitter section. Thailand is leaving this tower in first place, but misses the shortcut. Now is the perfect chance for Marbles Behind to overtake by getting the shortcut there. I don't think any... Wait, Yemen probably got it. I have no idea if Yemen got it. But it's not in first place right now. India is currently in first place. Ooh, getting past the funnel sections with ease. I mean, first off, I'm the mapper of the Marble World Tours marble races, and I never use funnels because they're too slow. They take too much time, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, back in the race, Yemen is said to be in first place, but that was a giant smack in the face on that spinner, so I highly doubt it's going to keep its first place position, like right now. Now, Italy's taking the first place right now into the split section. Wow, the tube is the fastest path. Italy gets the shortcut. I mean, crazy how I sometimes have shortcuts in my Marble World Tour map. Anyways, up the tube into whatever this is. Another funnel, oh my gosh, into this giant downhill. Italy gets yet another shortcut even faster. Gets towards this set of funnels right there. Gets through with ease, and that's gonna be a big breakaway for Italy. This is probably gonna be yet another boring win, apparently. Starting off my return great by something like this happening. But hey, at least Italy got the fastest lap so far. That's a win in my book. Where's Taiwan? Apparently Italy is getting a slow funnel section. Now is the perfect chance for the Marbles Behind to catch up. Italy gets past the funnel at last. Gets a little... 20-second... You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, I don't really know what to say. Italy is so far ahead because got all of the shortcuts. That's pretty unfortunate. Surely Italy gets a slow rest of the parts so that, you know, all the marbles can catch up. Wait, why are there... Wait a minute, both of the Thailands in this race... I forgot to mention there are two sets of marble, two versions, two of each marble in this race, specifically because there were two spinners and I decided to use both of them. Both of the Thailands are in the top 5. That is crazy. Oh wait, no, there's one of the Thailands! All caught up! Behind Italy, finally, some cinema racing with Italy. Italy's probably going to have to move faster. Oh, there's Malawi now! trying to overtake Italy. But Italy is not holding back in losing this first place position. Italy really wants to win this race. But, oh my gosh, there's still a bit of track to go. Italy didn't get the tube. Apparently, I think the tube is very fast, apparently. Thailand got the tube, I'm pretty sure, but missed the shortcut. Oh, but Italy and Ethiopia got the shortcut and overtakes Thailand for the lead. But now Ethiopia seems to be getting a better obstacle section right here. Italy is right behind its back though still. And there's still a bit of track left to go. Ethiopia gets a bit stuck on the bumper right there. Now is the perfect chance for... Wait, no, there's Thailand! Is in second place. Go, Thailand. Ethiopia misses the shortcut. Thailand gets the shortcut. Now it's leading in first place into the funnel. Nails the funnel. There's one more funnel to get past. And Thailand seems to be getting it slow. Italy gets past the funnel first. The final bit into the finish line. And without a doubt, Italy might be winning this race. And it does. GG, Italy. Yeah, that was cinema, wasn't it? If it's not cinema, I am going to... Don't worry, I won't do it. I'm bluffing. Anyways, yeah, let's spectate Oman that just crossed the finish line. Oh well, let's just cut to when the race ends. You know what? I'm just gonna end the race right here. Anyways, in first place with the fastest lap of them all as well, we have Mamma Mia, Italia! Second place, just 5 seconds behind Italy, Thailand. And in third place, we have Mexico. Congratulations to the top 3 for their well-played positionings. Anyways, let's scroll down the list to see or at least obviously where your pick has placed in this race. Apparently we had a few DNFs there as some of the marbles probably got stuck. Apparently Cyprus, Austria, Cambodia, Georgia. How did you fall off the whole map? Oh, who am I kidding? Mongolia, and Argentina. Unfortunate for those marbles. But anyways, now that Heaven Punisher by Mr. Pants Ultimate Lagwear is done, let's move on to one of my creations from Marble World Tour. That marble race is Half Pipe. And here we are on the very next yeah, let's redo that one. And here we are with the very next marble race of our first ever Marble World Country marble race video in a few years. This is Half Pipe. MWT Half Pipe, made by me. One little thing about these MWT tracks is that they're all based on a Trackmania competition called Trackmania Grand League, or esports, or I guess esports 2026 from this year. The unique thing about those maps is they have very unique tricks at the end of the maps. Just like on this marble race, marbles will have to make entire wall jumps past these spinners without getting hit by them for faster lines. Now, this one looks a little crooked. Now, well, I guess it is what it is. Anyways, this is one of my favorite ones so far. Also, by the way, each one of these Marble World Tour tracks come with custom cams, like this one, and this one, and this one. Anyways, yeah. Without any delay, let's get started on this wicked map made by yours truly, me. Anyways, starting off our second race on Marble World Tour Halfpipe, we have, it looks like Zimbabwe leading through the first checkpoint in first place, but it gets stopped by the spinner and is now overtaken by Mali, which is leading the race into this jump, into this big as heck board filled with obstacles, which Lithuania seems to be leading in first place right now into this half pipe, which every marble's guaranteed to get, unlike usual. Anyways, Ecuador seems to be leading past that loop and is in first place right now, but ooh, that was pretty slow. Now Bahrain seems to be taking advantage of a good line into this turn to get first place, but now Ecuador is leading through this giant quarter ramp, hyper ramp, or whatever it is, because this is based on a skate park, this whole atmosphere. Anyways, Ecuador in first place right now, coming into this half-pipe jump, still in first place, but Bahrain is right at his back, gets super slowed down by that board filled with obstacles, and now Pakistan took advantage of it and is in first place right now, leading into this vertical turn into yet another half-pipe. You notice the theming? Ugh, gets hit by the bomb, by the booster, and now Bahrain is in first place. Now coming in with the identity, Bahrain nails the first half pipe, second half pipe, third half pipe, basically nailed it. Bahrain nailed the identity, and is now going to take a good lead from this one somehow. And actually, it's not that big of a lead. The Lithuania and Ecuador are still right on his back, but still a good enough lead for now, because Bahrain is pretty close to being the first marble to win 3 times, I'm pretty sure. Because I'm pretty sure Bahrain won. I don't think there was a single marble that won a race 3 times. Won 3 races, I mean. But this could be the first one. And it's a pretty good attempt because Bahrain is like getting hit by the booster, unlike Pakistan. Now it's gone from its third race win. You know, the third race win. But it didn't lose that much time. Norway's also in the competition, but Pakistan is now moving so far away because of Bahrain's mistake that it's made. Myanmar seem to have gotten stuck in that first half-pipe jump, but yeah, it does happen in these marble races, because they're Usually, in my opinion, very wicked. Anyways, entering this board filled with obstacles, Pakistan seems to have still be holding such a big lead and is doing a great job avoiding all of the obstacles that can be found on this racetrack. But there's still a bit to go. Into the identity, and Pakistan, boom, boom, nails it! Nice work, Pakistan. But, nah, maybe you should slow down a bit for, heavier competition. Why is there always no competition in these marble races? Oh well, anyways, Bahrain had a perfect chance to overtake Pakistan and take the lead there, but failed. And now Pakistan is still in first place. Oh, what happened to Bahrain? It seemed to have lost so many places on that board filled with obstacles, and is now getting overtaken by Gambia and Norway. Actually, plus two, Pakistan. You won the third marble race I have ever. You've won the third video. You probably need to give some marbles more wins there. Oh well. Wait, it's in a big lead too. Pakistan really needs to screw up a lot if it wants to not lose. Hit the booster twice. Hitting that booster is pretty bad, but it didn't really seem to cause that big of a difference. But because Pakistan is still in a very good lead. Sorry, I'm trying to think of stuff to say. It's kind of hard if there's no competition in the marble races. That didn't seem like that big enough of a screw up for Pakistan to lose any placements, but it'll do. It'll do. Oh, apparently successfully avoid getting caught up by that spinner there. Into the identity again. And Pakistan nails it again, but it seems to have gotten a landing bug on that bumper, on that road block. I guess it does happen there too. Bahrain is right in Pakistan's back, about to finish its third lap, and still not even close. Pakistan is still in first place into this vertical turn right here. One turn, jump, bumper, board filled with obstacles, I guess, I don't know. Another spinner, hits another booster, another half-pipe jump incoming, and now, that was, not that slow at all. And, oh, wait, did it just free? How did I pause the race? What the heck? Anyways, that was a very small delay there, but it seems like Pakistan got a bit stuck on the board filled with obstacles, and now Bahrain is apparently catching up, but there's still a bit to go for Bahrain to overtake Pakistan. A bit too much. But Pakistan is still in the lead. Gets hit by the moving block there. Needs to fail more often, unironically. Ow. Anyways, Pakistan approaching the identity again. Surely it screws up one of the... It did screw up. Oh, now is Bahrain's chance. Surely. Nope, never mind. But I say, if Bahrain gets the... No, he did not. Gosh, dang it. Pakistan is in a humongous lead in in the final lap. Yeah, Pakistan probably has this one in the bag. Honestly. Oh, it seems like Brazil is in the top 5 fighting for the highest placement. It's probably over for first place in terms of Pakistan, but I guess you can say that we can't just assume things already without knowing, but yeah, it's looking kind of over. But once again, let's see. Niger is the closest country to Pakistan right here. The closest country to deny Pakistan a second win there. But it really needs to make its move fast because this is the last lap. Oh man. By the way, this booster right here that turns on and off randomly is set speed 1. I'm just saying. Fun fact. Anyways, Pakistan still in first place. Really needs to screw up if it wants to. Really needs to screw up if it does not win. But it's probably over. The identity, one last identity for Pakistan. It hits the spinner, but it might be too late. But wait, Niger's coming in! Niger overtakes Pakistan! Gets a bug, and Pakistan is now in the lead! Finally, cinema is going on! Oh my gosh! Niger! No! Pakistan hit the booster, and Niger uses that opportunity to overtake at the last second and win. Okay, I take it back! This is absolutely cinema! Anyways, now let's spectate Brazil, which just finished in 20th place. Man, second time in a row. And for once, I have an absolute cinema ending in one of these racetracks. Anyways, let's wait for this race to finish. You know what? I feel like most of the countries finished already. Let's wrap things up right now. In first place with the most cinema ending I've had in one of these MWT marble races, we have Niger. In second place, so close yet so far, we have Pakistan. And in third place, right afterwards, is Japan. Forza Horizon 6, baby. Bahrain seemed to have ended the race with the fastest lap. And by the way, fun fact, Bahrain is the first country to win 2 races total. Just saying. Anyways, let's go to the far cam and let's spectate the standings so you can see where your pick placed. Apparently we had a few DNFs in this marble race. Apparently Myanmar was too slow to finish the race. San Marino fell off the racetrack, and Cambodia. How did Cambodia fall off here? Oh, who am I kidding? Anyways, let's move on to Shockwave 2. Here we are on our third race of my first ever country marble to racing video. Oh, I paused by accident. Or at least on the video, at least. So, this is Shockwave 2. I know I already did this on my 1 hour long video where I only raced on Mr. Pants Ultimate Legwear races, but don't really think about it much. I don't really know why I picked this racetrack, but it is pretty cool. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Let's just start this 3-lap race and go. Let's go to the race. Starting right now. Let's see who gets off of this tower thing the fastest. It seems to be Colombia because it exited the tower in first place, but it's going to lose its first place immediately to Laos in first place, being trailed behind by Colombia, trying to make a move, but apparently Saudi Arabia already made a move first, but so did USA, which no longer made the move and is now Tajikistan, who have successfully made the move the most successfully or whatever. But it gets bumped by Greece, so now those countries aren't even first, as Angola is currently said to be first place, but now Tajikistan is in the lead. I mean, and then it said USA, but now it says Tajikistan. I'm a little confused there right now with the placements, but okay. Anyways, into this set of spinners, Tajikistan seems to get held up a lot by that spinner, and that was enough for USA to overtake and take the lead. Okay, but where did Mongolia come from? It's not even in the lead, it probably just jumped off the track. Anyways, Mozambique is also in here, and it seems to have almost lost its first place to Benin, but Mozambique managed to keep the first place. Did Mozambique win a race before? I have no idea, it's been a while. But it doesn't even matter anyways in the end, because Benin is the new first place holder, trying its best to get in the funnel, and it gets in decently fast. But it was still a bit too slow, so this might have been a perfect chance for other marbles to catch up. Just like Israel there, which ends off the first lap in first place with the fastest lap so far, but you all know that's not going to be the same for any longer. Just like how Israel's first place isn't going to last any longer, with Benin overtaking and Israel getting stuck on that wave. That was kind of unfortunate for Israel. But it seems to have gotten a very slow tube. And now this was... Oh wait, no, that country is not in the top. Mozambique seems to be the new leader. But it seems to have gotten stuck on one of the bumpers. And now Israel is coming in with the perfect overtake and is currently leading in first place as a result. Gets a bit hung up by the spinner, but it's probably still enough, maybe. Benin seems to be said to be the new first place holder, but it doesn't last long as Armenia is now in the mix again for a few seconds until Israel finally gets back in. And then Cameroon seems to have gotten back in again. Seems to have gotten the shortcut, but it wasn't enough to keep the first place, as Peru overtakes in first place right now. For a little while once again, as it gets overtaken by Cameroon in first place right now. Again! And that's a lot of overtakes there. Well, now Peru is in the lead again! Man, there are a lot of overtakes on the marble races. Wish that could happen on my Marble World Tour tracks. I got slowed down time. Oh, that's too fast. Anyways, moving on. What the heck? Oh, it updated again. Anyways, moving on from the race, it's kind of hard to think of stuff to say, but the best I can say is, Benin is no longer said to be the marble in first place, as that statement is given to Peru, leading the final lap in first place. But it doesn't really look like it's going to last that long, looking at how slow Peru is moving in that power section, but it was fun while it lasted, because now it seems like Benin is taking that thing until Mozambique stole it from Benin. Anyways, that's the faster tube. Interesting. Anyways, Mozambique currently in the lead. for a few seconds once again, because Benin overtakes in first place, trying to take first place from Mozambique and trying to get another win. It seems to have... Okay, that was bad. Good thing doesn't really change Benin's play. Wait a minute, Benin is so far ahead. It would be hard if... It would be crazy if Benin didn't win. Oh my gosh. Yeah, is this gonna be another one of these boring races again? Peru got stuck on the wave. That country is out of the race. Benin is still favorite to win this race. Ooh, but that was a pretty slow half pipe there to get back on the track. Benin seems to have gotten a bit caught up on that spinner thing or whatever it is. Benin seems to what the heck is going on with Benin? That's the perfect chance for Cameroon to catch up and take the lead. And somehow Benin is still leading the race. Let's see, misses the funnel hole. Seems to have gotten a bit slow there. Now is Cameroon's perfect chance to overtake. Oh my gosh, Cameroon missed as well. Yeah, Benin probably won this race. Benin definitely won this race there. GG Benin! Now, before something like this happens again, let's spectate Croatia before he finishes the race. Seems to be having a difficult time getting in the funnel. And it finally did. Probably gonna lose a lot of placements, or at least a few placements there. Croatia! So close to the top 20! Gets 20th place! GG Croatia, you just barely got the top 20. Anyways, let's wait for this race to finish real quick. Let's just end the race right now. That was a bit of a lag spike, but first place with so far the most boring win ever in this video, Benin. Congratulations. Second place, we have Cameroon, just 2 seconds behind. And in third place, we have Portugal. Israel managed to have the fastest lap time of all the countries/territories in this race. So congrats to that country. And anyways, let's just see the standings so that you can see where your pick has placed. Like always. Seems like both of the Colombias managed to place right next to each other. Wow. Seems like the same thing also happened to the Bahamas. Also interesting. And also South Africa. How are there 3 countries that placed right next to each other, both versions? There were 2 marbles of each country that was in the list in this race, by the way. Apparently, there was one country that failed to finish the race, and that country was Vatican City. But anyways, now that race is over with, I have... Is that intentional? That sounds like a mapping mistake. Anyways, what I was saying again anyways, time for one more marble race. Yet again on one of my Marble World Tour tracks. That racetrack will be MWT Obstacles. And finally, on the very last marble race for today's video, we have MWT Obstacles, once again made by yours truly, me. This map, obviously based on the Wipeout series, looking at all the colors, and this is one of the most vibrant racetracks I have ever made, in my opinion. And I don't really think it's that big of a competition at all. So, for the identity of this marble race, there's a bunch of jumps and obstacles marbles have to get past. Like, for instance, this board landing. Jump through the spinner, land on this platform right here. Go through these wheels without falling into the holes. And parkour. And you also have to avoid this giant spinner. Pretty cool track, am I right? And yes, this track also has alternate cameras. Like this, or this. Now, what was the point of that anyways? One more 5-lap racetrack for the team. And the marbles will be off in 3, 2, 1, now. Starting off the race, we have a jump into this first obstacle the marbles have to get past. And so far, it seems like Mali and Ireland seem to have gone past it the best. But apparently Ireland got it fast. There is also a shortcut there, by the way, and it seems like Malali got the shortcut. And then we have to balance on this tube. The best to get past a set speed booster that will slow the marbles down, which seemed to not have that much trouble slowing Malawi down, but it works. Also, signature half-pipe. Also, Marble Zoo failed this, which is why this road here exists with this portal. We have a board filled with obstacles into wheels, into a loop, into another board of obstacles, some road board of obstacles, and currently it seems like Malawi seems to be getting through this racetrack. So far the best, but that looked like a weak board filled with obstacles. Quick board filled with obstacles into a pusher section the marbles have to get past without getting pushed, and Malawi aces it! Like having multiple aces in a card game or whatever. I don't know. I don't play cards. Anyways, approaching the identity, Russia apparently the first place marble into this identity, but it seems to be having a very slow time with the identity. And on to the infamous spinner. Iraq and Israel seem to have nailed it again into this board filled with obstacles. One last one, and then one final loop into the finish. Yeah, I think you can see why this is a crazy map. Also, quick context, in case anything crazy happens, I put this snail here just to be evil. Anyways, back to the race. The Philippines says to be in first place when I clicked it, but not anymore, because now Israel has that position. Almost gets past the tube section, the tube balancing section. Iraq gets past it perfectly, thus why it's in a big lead. Nails the half pipe into this board filled with obstacles. Iraq seemed to have nailed it, and also this wheel section, it's gonna grow a very big lead from that. My gosh, that was a lot of talking there. My voice was pretty tired from the talking. There is a soft lock on this board filled with obstacles, though, so you might want to avoid it as best as you can. Iraq got a bit soft locked on it, so that probably lost Iraq a lot of time. Iraq got pushed off the pusher section. Now's the perfect chance for the other marbles to make their move and catch up. Like the Philippines, which now leads the race so far. Where did Iraq go? Wait, it's at the identity. How far ahead is Iraq? It got past the wheel section, into the spinner. So close, it landed on the spinner. Would have been free if he jumped over the spinner, like what the Philippines did, and now as a result, it's going to take the first place lead by a landslide, but it hit the nail of doom, as I nickname it. I call that nail I showed you earlier the nail of doom, by the way, because it's the only obstacle they can hit, the marbles. Anyways, approaching the third lap, Zambia seems to be getting the first place right now, but I don't know what else to say at all. It's just Zambia's in first place right now, but once again, obviously, it's not over yet. The Philippines got the shortcut, while Zambia was definitely pretty close to getting it there. And you all know this is very sarcastic, so yeah, Zambia wasn't even close. The Philippines seems to be building a great lead there as a result. Nailing the half-pipe jump. I'm pretty sure marbles only fail it because they get knocked around by other marbles while jumping. Philippines nailed the wheel section. Man, it needs to start failing before it gains too big of a lead there. Just like with MWT half-pipe, where Pakistan failed hard. Speaking of which, Rwanda is with the Philippines, but unfortunately it seems to be a bit of a lap behind, so apparently Rwanda is not in the competition right now. Man, how well is Israel doing in these races, man? Hungary! Hungary did pretty poorly last race, unironically. Because, like, both of its marbles landed, like, below 300, I'm pretty sure. Philippines nailed the wheel section of the identity. Let's see if it nails the spinner. Yes, it does! And Philippines is getting too big of a lead there. It needs to start being very slow before it gains too big of a lead. I want cinema races, you know. This is my first video back on marble races. Well, I guess to be fair, not all of them can be entertaining. Oh, Ghana. Ghana is like the close now in second place in the competition. Ghana won before. Like, I think Ghana won. Actually, no, I think Ghana has 2 wins. Philippines failed the shortcut. Now is Ghana's perfect chance to over. Oh wait, no, the Philippines is still. Yeah, what's the point of saying stuff right now? Like, there's nothing cinema to like commentate about, unironically. Let's see if the Philippines failed the wheel section. Ghana is approaching the wheel section and successfully gets past it. Now, as a result, it seems like Ghana has successfully overtaken the Philippines, but it seems to have gotten a bit caught up on this board filled with obstacles, and Philippines managed to overtake by getting the better board filled with obstacles, obviously. But it gets soft locked on the spinner, but so does Ghana. Oh my gosh. Oh, Ghana's so... Oh my gosh, Ghana had that. Dang. Well, so far this is definitely cinema, but I'm still having issues thinking of stuff to say right now. That's unfortunate. It seems like Ghana has perfectly... Wow, that was a really good pusher section right there. Way better than the Philippines, but the Philippines wasn't too big of a lead for it to mean anything. But Ghana! They're basically neck on neck in first to second. Ghana so close to getting the bumper, the booster, the final spinner, and it seems like the Philippines also seem to have gotten past that set speed booster better. There's a set speed booster to make sure that the spinner jumping thing is faster, by the way. Well, anyways, why did I not say this earlier? We're on the final lap, and the Philippines is in a decent lead right now. But not any longer, because Ghana got the shortcut on before the board failed for obstacles, and unironically, I'm pretty sure Ghana will be the first country to win 3 times if he overtakes Philippines and wins. But you're gonna have to try hard this time to do so successfully. And it seems like the Philippines is moving extremely fast there. Philippines probably has this one in the back. Now Armenia! Wait, no, Armenia overtakes Ghana. Philippines could have gotten soft block. Oh my gosh, Philippines is getting bashed around in that board filled with obstacles like a toddler playing with a toy there. It was pretty short though, so it didn't really matter that much. Philippines leading into the pusher section, aces it, but it gets a bit stuck on the wheel thing with Armenia. If Armenia overtook the Philippines, and Pakistan's also in the mix too, trying to get a win after the disaster that Pakistan had in the half-pipe race. Trying to get revenge. Pakistan almost gets to the wheel section. It actually landed kind of perfectly. Let's see if Armenia! No, Pakistan! Armenia got the spinner! Oh, but he got the landing bug. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Ivory Coast is right on his neck! They both hit the set speed booster. Armenia also hit the set speed booster, and Ivory Coast takes the lead in first place! Okay, you know what? That also was cinema. GG. Let's spectate Ukraine, which is approaching the ending as well, but unfortunately, it does not finish in the top 20. Yeah. Unexpected cinema race again. Anyways, yeah, let's just skip to the end of the race. Alright, race over. In first place, we have Ivory Coast, or Côte d'Ivoire, or whatever it is. I prefer to call it Ivory Coast, it's easier to understand. Second place, so close to having a second finish, I'm pretty sure, but so far, we have Armenia. And in third place, also just around 2 seconds off from first place, we have Paraguay. Ghana was able to have the fastest lap of all the marbles in this race, so good job. And anyways, with that said, for one last time, let's check the standings, or at least let's see the rest of the standings so that you can see where your country/territory placed. Currently, both I and Cambodia failed to finish the race. Pretty unfortunate ending for me in Cambodia, but that's it for the first ever country/territory marble race in a long time. Really hope I can do this more often because, yeah, it's been like a while since the last one. But anyways, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Adios! Also, yes, I will become one of the racers from now on.